Hey guys, I'm DAE and this is the making of my track Abyss. So I'm going to be showing you some of the percussion at first. I'll walk through it all actually. So here is the kick, accompanied with the clap, and then some of the cymatics percussion loops. Then we also have just a little like ride loop, but for terms of the percussion, that is really it. It's just those 4 different areas, mainly just the kick and the clap, and then in the intro and the outro you have the 2 different percussion loops. And then for this B section, I suppose, of the second chorus, you have the rides. For everything else, we've got the guitar. This is just like chopped up versions of it. I'll turn on all of these because there is a lot of sidechain automation. Excuse me, and also some filtering automation as well that is pretty vital, and some reverb automation as well. So just to not sound all muddy, just for the purposes of this, I'll leave them all on. So you can hear that it's opening up with the love filter. We've got that like slowly, it's opening up in the intro and then it ducks down, then slowly opens up again, then keeps it open for the second part of this. But it's heavily sidechained because this is in the chorus, so it's got the kick there with it. For these parts here, these are just like little sections of the guitar that's just been cut up. So it's just the start of the loop and then the end mixed with it, the start, because it has that little pickup of the hand movement. You can hear it there, and maybe here as well. It's the same. Okay, so for the intro you also have just like the start of the bass pattern just repeating itself. And then I'll show you actually the bass pattern itself and the sounds. Oops. So we have here Vengeance Deep House bass cut. That's just really there for the attack. Then we have the tonal bass. This is what I tend to do actually. I tend to have one which is a tonal bass and then one that has the attack, unless I do find a tonal bass that has a nice attack that I can keep intact. There was a lot of tack sounds. And then I also have the sub bass for it, because when you have these kinds of sounds, they don't really have a lot of sub in it, and so I usually use Nexus, most of the time basic sine or basic triangle even, just to really allow that bottom end to come through. So the pattern is fairly simple. Then we have a lot of layering going on for the lead. I'll show you each individual sound first, and then the only reason that all of these are at different notes is just because I, for some reason, couldn't be bothered transposing the notes inside of FL Studio, so I just compensated. Yeah, just for that little variation in the second part. I'll play it here. And so all together, play it here. So there you go, you get the full effect of them, and then there's also, on top of all of that, we have this little note here. It's very quiet, but it's very like present because of the amount of reverb and delay that's on it. So you can definitely hear it. It's just like a little top melody that goes on the top of it, obviously because it's a top melody, and just really really does bring a little bit of a different flavor to the drop in the second portion of it. Then through here we have the piano. There we go. This is heavily filtered also. Then we have a string sound, just playing the one drone note throughout, but it's also, the volume is automated down here. So that's the piano and that's the strings. Then we have a little guitar sounding loop, I suppose. I'll open it up. It's just the arpeggiated chords. Where is that sound? There it is, all the way down here. Inspire. So that's just playing out throughout, and it's also got the delay on it, so it does really fill up the space. Then we have this sound here, just to help, you know, reintroduce that that melody sound, so it's not so unfamiliar in the chorus. Okay, so the next thing, pretty much the only thing other than all these other random effects, sounds and stuff like that, we have this vinyl crackle which goes throughout the break. There we go. It just adds some texture to it, and then we've also got these snare builds. Got two of them that are coming in here. And we also have this like calm pad that just plays through it here as well. It's very quiet, you can barely hear it, but it's just in the background, just filling up some of that extra noise. And then the one final thing that I would like to show you is this sound here. I know it's nothing, like you can barely hear it, but it's just a little something there that I added. It was a wooden toy that I had. It was like a wooden percussive toy that I bought, and I just like snapped it, like just hit the toy in front of the microphone, added a lot of reverb and took a lot of the high end out of it, and then you just get this little click. It just adds something there to help the transition go through. But other than that, the rest is just arrangement, and that really I don't know how to give a tutorial on. I'll just show you everything that I've done so far, and then the arrangement basically is up to you guys. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and please consider subscribing. I do have all of the links in the description below for all of my social media, the original song, and the download links for the song and for the entire album that this song is in. So thank you very much, and I hope you did enjoy.